today we're in the Rolls-Royce Wraith, the Black Badge Edition. Now this is, well, it's a Rolls-Royce for starters, and which means it's extraordinarily special, and it's quite hard to understand what the difference is between a Rolls-Royce and another high-end car, and I think the main thing to do is to try and explain how it feels to be in the space, but also the nature of this drive. I mean, I have actually been privileged enough to drive a Wraith before, but this is the new edition. They've changed a few things, and it feels like an altogether different animal. The acceleration profile's changed, so it's a lot quicker off the mark. It feels a lot faster. It gives you a lot more feedback. But also you can see, as it's the Black Badge Edition, they've got the technical fiber veneers, giving it a much more sporty edge. They've got the reverse blackout badge, the darkened gunmetal Spirit of Ecstasy, and all this adds to an altogether more sporty feel to a car that's generally seen as a more classic car. I mean, this is, it does shift, it does handle, it's very sharp, very nice and responsive on the steering wheel when you want it to be. But also when you're going slowly, you can just cruise, and it's got no problems there. But it's the little things for me that are Rolls-Royce, which for me that make this very, very special. And one of those things is there's the lights in the ceiling, which is hard to explain from looking at it, but when you're in the car, it gives you this sort of sense of peace, a sense of serenity, which is hard to quantify. Again, with the luxury lounge wall mats, I mean, your feet pretty much disappear in them, and it just all adds to this sensuous luxury that is that no other car brand can compete with. It has to be said. This particular model is around about £320,000 with all the add-ons. On the road it's £240,000, but I mean, it's hard to say that it's not worth that money. I mean, it sounds ridiculous to say it, but you look at all the finishing, the way the car handles, the feeling, the massaging seats, the heated seats, but just the nature and the elegance of which the interior is composed, I think is without comparison, even by some of the other marks which you'd like to put in the same category. An emotional car. I mean, another thing is the bespoke audio system in this car is next level. I can't say I've heard a better audio system in a car, and when you think of the nature of the vehicle, it's not something you necessarily associate with the Rolls-Royce consumer, but you can see they're forward thinking, looking at that kind of the younger, more dynamic user, which is what the Rolls-Royce Wraith is more about. And the audio and the music system and the power of that is very much a part of this sort of idea of the new generation consumer. And so in that, they're not alienating anyone. They've literally thought of everything. So how would you sum up the Rolls-Royce Wraith Black Badge Edition? Well, for me, it's a car that is a sports car, yes, a Grand Tourer, yes, but for me, it sums up perfectly whilst Rolls-Royce is seen as the epitome of luxury cars. It has the handling, it has the luxury, but most of all, it's a car that feels personal to you, and something, while it is a luxury car, you don't have to be overly precious with, so you can actually enjoy it, which I think is key.